Yeah, we're absolutely passionate about filling in those not spots. They shouldn't be there. But for historical reasons in the UK, it's been very difficult to cover the whole country over the last 20 years for a variety of reasons. So over the last 2 years, actually, while we were building out the 4G network in the urban areas, and while we are now pushing out new technologies such as LTE, carrier advanced carrier aggregation in the urban areas, at the same time, in parallel, we're looking at every possible way of filling in those not spots and reaching our ultimate target, which is 100% coverage indoor and outdoor everywhere in the UK. So to do that, the first thing we've done is that we've recently brought on a second supplier, a second partner for our LTE rollout. That's Nokia. So our urban rollout is being done with Huawei, and in the rural areas we'll be working with Nokia. But beyond that, we're also collaborating with UK Broadband, the Broadband UK, and the MIP program, which is targeting public funds to build around 530 sites in not spots over the next few years. So we're an active partner on that. We're very enthusiastic about that, and we're contributing very significantly to that program. And beyond that, though, we're not going to rest there. We are trying to push the borders even beyond the MIP program, and we're looking at innovative methods of filling in the final 1 to 2%, which may be very difficult to do with the MIP program. It's still very confidential, so I can't give any details of that, but I can tell you that later this year we'll have some announcements about that, and we're looking to really reinvent the wheel in terms of how can we really reach the 100%, which no operator in the world has ever really reached up till now. Absolutely, yes, and it's an ongoing evolution. Even 4G is evolving. As I said, we've got 9 episodes to go through. That's an evolution. And that evolution has been mapped out, I believe, until around 2020. So 4G itself will evolve until 2020, because there are many different forms and varieties of 4G, and we'll keep building layer upon layer every year, every 2 years, every episode. And around about, we believe, the 2020 time frame is when that will evolve into 5G. There will be some step changes there, so it won't be, it may require new radio transmitters, etc. There's going to be quite a bit of work on the transport field as well, but that would then just reset into a new story, the 5G story from 2020 onwards, and we very much intend to lead that as well, and make sure the UK is at the forefront of that development in particular. In terms of what is 5G, I try to keep things simple, and to conjecture too much about what you're going to do with 5G, etc., is beyond my scope at the moment. I'm trying to get it out there. So for me, it's in very simple technical terms, up to 1 gig per user is 4G. That is feasible with the existing 4G and the evolution of 4G. So when we get to episode 8 or episode 9 of our 4G story, you'll be getting very close to the 1 gig per user already before 2020. And then the smooth transition into 5G will be 1 gig and above per user, as simple as that. Yeah, last year was my first time there, and I was actually very surprised and interested to see that there was such a mix of a wide variety of operators there. So that's very interesting for me. It's a very specific mix of people. And specifically, I'm looking forward to meeting some of the people I met last year, especially a certain senior vice president of a Korean operator who, in a friendly way, I asked him, did he ever think that the UK could ever catch up with Korea? And he said to me he maybe in about 3-4 years, but I believe we're pretty much there now. So I'm hoping he's there so he can give me his views of where we are now compared to Korea.